give us the top 5 bands, artists on George Russell's mixtape in his Mercedes of choice.
I do love Coldplay,
Yep.
Ed Sheeran.
Yep.
But then I also like a bit of like hip hop as well, which is a bit of a curveball.
Excellent.
So, yeah, like I used to listen like a bit of Drake as well, like Kendrick Lamar. So there's a bit of a curveball between Coldplay, Ed Sheeran, and those guys.
There's always the sort of evergreen conversation about the future of the British Grand Prix, and also Monaco has been brought into that conversation in recent years. How do the drivers feel about both of those? For British drivers, obviously, it's going to be a different story to others, maybe as far as Silverstone is concerned. But everybody hearts Monaco, don't they?
They do, but in terms of Silverstone, if you've not been, Silverstone is like the best race of the season. I think last year it was almost 500,000 people were there over the course of the weekend. I think a few years ago, like Craig David was on, and there was, they're just like a big festival, people camping in the tents. And that's the one thing, being an F1 driver, I don't get to enjoy, watching F1, and all of my family come over, my friends, and they just love the weekend at Silverstone. So that's like a must go to.
Right, tell us about your new teammate. Tell us about Kimi.
He's young.
Coming from you.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite funny because I feel like a young guy. I only just turned 27 3 days ago, but now Kimi arriving. He's a really great chap, super fast. Obviously, got a lot to learn, but I always believe, like, if you've got the speed, you've got the speed.
Yeah.
And that's no different when you get to Formula One.
And of course, you are now the senior driver. Is that official? Is that how it works? Or you're the number one driver? Would that be fair at Mercedes-Benz?
I mean, of course, the two more experienced, but from when I was teammates with Lewis, it was never seen as like a number one and a number two. The team gave us an equal opportunity. We have the exact same car.
And what will you miss from not having Lewis around? Tell us about him as a teammate, as a bloke.
That was great, to be honest. I mean, for me, when you got a 7-time world champion as your teammate, it's such a good opportunity to show what you're capable of. It was always very quick in the races, to be honest.
What does that mean? So what does that mean? When Formula One drivers say that, because you all look pretty damn quick to the rest of us, what does it mean when you say he was pretty quick?
We have qualifying and we have the race. And in qualifying, it's like a sprint. It's like a 100-meter sprint, and the race is like a marathon.
Right.
So last year, or over the 3 years, I was better in the sprint as such, in the 100-meter sprint.
Right.
He was better in the sort of over the course of the race. So I probably matched him by the end of last year, but that was something that week in, week out, he was mega strong in the races.